Looking back over these 8 years, what a legacy. Within 8 years, the Nintendo Switch has changed the landscape of gaming and has sold over 150 million units. This video, we go through its history and highlights, from its shaky launch to very memorable moments that you will resonate with. Looking at its massive success today, it's hard to imagine that. The Nintendo Switch wasn't always a sure bet, because then Nintendo was coming off the WiiU, a console envisioned with over 100 million sales potential that barely scrapped 13 million. Honestly, the WiiU had cool ideas, maybe even ahead of its time, as the first real hybrid attempt. But the lack of good third-party games and very confusing marketing sealed its fate. So when Nintendo announced the concept of Nintendo Switch back in October 2016, their stock actually dropped nearly 7%, and IGN famously gave it a 7, stating that,
"As a console, it's underpowered, unreliable, and lacking basic features and conveniences."
But then came the games. 2017 wasn't just a launch year. It was a legendary year, not only for Nintendo, but for the entire gaming community. How many of you, when you first turned on your brand new Nintendo Switch, were welcomed by this?
Wake up, Link.
The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. The game that redefined open world design. It won a 97 on Metacritic's, a Game of the Year, but more than that, it was the experience. Venturing through Hyrule, climbing everything, finding every Korok seed, seeking out the shrines, everything but saving Zelda. I'm not sure how many of you were like me, but a few months after playing Breath of the Wild, those months were empty. I played Bomberman, Blaster Master, an indie RPG called Kamiko, and I ran laps over and over in Mario Kart 8 until October. Nintendo's largest IP came to save the day. And here comes Mario Odyssey. This game blew my mind again. It didn't just redefine platformers. It exploded the very concept with its creativity, level design, and just pure joy. And the year wasn't done. 2017 was the year of masterpieces. We also got Splatoon 2. And Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Xenoblade came out in November, and it had a pretty controversial launch. A lot of people did not like the confusing combat system and thought that the game was slow to start. But I had absolutely no issues with any of it. I was mesmerized by the graphics, the characters, and that addictive gacha blade system. And also, let's be real, the fan service was pretty good. Oh, and also a quick shout out to Overcooked. I wonder how many couples that year actually broke up because of it. And we're not done with 2017. That year, for the Game of the Year award, we also had Horizon Zero Dawn, PUBG, and one of my favorite JRPGs, Persona 5. Had any of these games been released in a different year, it could have easily been a Game of the Year winner. 2017 was a beautiful year, and what a time to be a gamer. The Switch's momentum continued into 2018 and 2019. We got heavy hitters like Smash Bros. Ultimate, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Mario Party, the surprisingly addictive Ring Fit Adventure, and a bunch of amazing indies like Celeste and Hollow Knight. The Switch was already selling like hotcakes, hitting around 60 million units sold by the end of 2019. But come 2020, came our special guest, the COVID-19. A dark time for the world, when everything paused. Streets were empty, and people were stuck at their homes, away from friends and family. Right when the world needed it the most, Nintendo delivered another masterpiece. Animal Crossing: New Horizon. This game wasn't just popular, it was a phenomenon. It lit up the world and made our lives colorful during lockdown. And when real travel stopped, at least we had Dodo Airlines that flew us to friends and family's islands, where we could hang out, trade items, and even watch meteor showers together. It was connection when we needed it the most. From 2021 onwards, great games kept coming. The new Monster Hunter Rise, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, what most regarded as the best in the series, Tears of the Kingdom that brought us back to Hyrule, the brilliant Mario Wonder, and Samus Game Shooting. More than that, I believe the Switch single-handedly revived the gaming handheld market in an age dominated by smartphones, and where Sony had already bought out. Nintendo proved there was still huge demand for portable console gaming. Look at the market now. The Steam Deck, ROG Ally, Legion Go, they all followed in the Switch's footsteps. Today, maybe your Nintendo Switch is collecting dust somewhere. But looking back over these 8 years, what a legacy! And now, the Switch 2 is officially announced, launching in June. Going forward, we will officially call it the original Switch, the Switch 1. In a world where Steam and ROG are trying to mobilize PC gaming, where PS5 and Xbox are pushing raw power, the Switch carved its own path with a unique form factor and an incredible wide range of games. There can only be one real challenger to the Switch, and it was always the Switch 2. To wrap up, here are some of my favorite Switch games, and my very biased top 10. Does our list overlap? What is your top 10? Please give this video a like and a sub if you've had amazing memories with the Nintendo Switch. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. What the...